Well, Oshabrena, no me sabo pepepe ya call Akoti Forestry Commission ni Lands Ministry one nkoma one the area Benito ni area Alote and a board member na so akase ebusa ho nsem ni nyina fa enuadua no ho nkomo megire se on de on nsem atodwa ebre sefatem nsemusa bi e wo bia no yebesa gibre ni ebusa on matters of this green Ghana enti ye don na se wi wona ba bia ni a kire na wona ka ba bia wona yakodu ene de ekoso. But quickly, there's a release from the Ghana Police Service is in relation to disturbances at Islamic High School wa Brepo Kumasi. Yebeko Kumasi ni akwaji eye infonyini ni ye. Nemom Ghana Police Service Public Affairs Directorate Police Headquarters one the krata wayaba krata nensie eye on Monday June 13 2022 some students of Islamic Senior High School at Abrepo Kumasi in the Ashanti region took to the streets and blocked the road to allegedly protest against frequent accidents in front of their school. The police managed to disperse the rioting students and calm has since been restored. Some students and some police officers have been taken to the hospital for medical attention. The Inspector General of Police is proceeding to Kumasi for a first-hand assessment of the situation. The police have commenced an investigation into the incident and further developments will be communicated. DCOP Kwesifori and Nensashe Sa Akratawi as the Director General Public Affairs Ghana Police Service. Quickly na Yakuti Yankomoi Efri Ohiminteria Ohimahai.
Yeah.
Kumasi Bokodie.
Debbie, you say about Kofa and Cabo for me.
No crane wa Canada Kumasi and Casa de Ecosing.
Oh, I know. I am some funny Biata and some of you Islamic High School. I Chia a Chihuahua, a diesel, a chance of your phone, Nipa Hoduaka, woman to my.
I see, but post for the crata babonti on that matter. And some of my says should be because my king can material for my for. A dear potty, Nanano da is war a Islamic school.
No, Jamaica, Pussy for Catano, as some of the Yedin Kaino and Siwa report. There be a Islamic Senior High School on in Yabe for Hoye and Palm, Ufi. And Pamia, no one for Bushine and Sana would do a report in Tiabrepodi and came mobile the ample. Now, and I said, none of her, and I'm on Bonasa, the Sian for one more supreme. I shall say one more elbow, so say, almost a cool no anymore on Nancy say, Chief of the Camin Kai Chief for say, a quiet was Santimantemoa, MPP are by and by, or yeah, you know. Now we'll cancel Kutaria at Fat and Mubako, I have a poor junction, airport Abrepo. Nti saa kwa no ka ho bia contract kra na wo ye ho adwuma no wie den so ani mu ho kɔ no akosi ampa me ne de meka se ho no wa ka so kama shen no do ha ne America de wo mo ekobi ka se de ka na sa ka mo kompi o mo ni agro kra na ene se su fo nkoda na se be se na ka kan tem ni ne bia ba tie ti ka bo su ni akora ka bo su ni akora nti ene o mo tie wo ho gumonti so wo ye kire na what they share wo man ni enye ho se empanifo aye nhweha no wo kampanifo no a abam mpanifo na afi mpanifo da school na no se omo enko amiedie ni hawa titemu na de ansakra de be kan wo mo kire ene se wo mo cheche ni baba ko a wo mo ane ni wo school no mo na wo twetwa mu ya na amane bo se wo bi ede hyen be bo ni hyen mu ekọ wi ase wo cheche ni ba no wo pira wajina to confirm noche accident and emergency center o hwe no ho enti adesua for no abufuo nyina no agina saa asemi so a ene wote wo hungu montin so ye kire no processfo enso call ye say wo makwai ema wo ti ekwai no a edi fi Abrepo junction ekọ barekesia ema esan akọwie wo bo mu ko sunwan nyina esan se ne sunwan kwankese no asenti ne ho na fakese no abefa ko ti barekesia wura mu fufuo na afọ ma ba be ti biem so na afọ obesi adujama na kese woto aso ko sunwan nti na kwai no si ma processfo ba ya omo ba ye no omo sha afie tuto tio e de confirm mu ama tio ya efo confirm mu ni nyina no pansa ma no anso kwa wasan to so tie gas yi edigu adesiafo no so ama kire de ba ya no se adesiafo no be se aduonu enum de national ambulance for e de omo ko ayasabia na omo atopiti na ayasabia no bi e konfanoche manhia afi so ntreso ezi hospital ene de ekita ho enu achi no mpanifo oda school na no sa dia siafo no bia no mo plan so egu boss mu e ko me ahodo bi a omo so e ko de ayehwe e wo ho no enti se me ka say de IGP ania wono kasa oba beduru na no krenye wo hwe kwaya awofo omo te se wo ma prepra ebo chenku ebo pahwam eba school no mu a omo person ko makwai na nka won ko hwe wo ma school mu a school for no for no oboban amakwai no idea mu fusho ka se ne ba ye asie wo so school no gate ana say puna da se de ya nko benya kwai ewura mu na so ni nyina echi do no amaka ta ama ko wi asie no omo bi libere no jeji na ho ma ko fun say IGP ba ye mpo no ebi da so ho no ma omo pese omu nya kwai no oni wo ma ekedin kita ho enti bi sa na say de asie no
me ba ma me ma wona hwe na wono so eti ntempa ba Facebook aba hu se ye de mfonyi no ba mfonyi na me hwe wa ha no e de na mofra no ye enti a preocupa positive etu chi omo sa no
ya asamba ko aye kan ya say omo ye kire asabe omunni
ada ye che na omo ye na omo tutu ma na omo tutu abo de na omo ye
nukrenie ebra mimi duru ho no na omo de ye kire no akwa wiye ama approach for no mpo aba nanso amane bo a ye nsa kan ni say ebra approach for no ko bi sha ase tutu abo e de bro approach for no ana ma approach for no so hu say ayesian for no ani abrenti omo sha ase tutu etuo e de call emfamamu na say bi kuku bi ho omo ye ya isan say man win ti no edi se metumi aka ho asem nanso amane bo amensa kan ye etu school no mu na me ye tie for eche
ohime eyi posi for krata nso chesa ye dia posi for ni bi so ko se ayaresabia wo hu aposi for ni bi a omo je de ana wakote
no ye asema posi for krata ne ba ya ye kura mbonyi bi sa se na nye posi ni be ni praye e bi se ye ko school mu ho nyina bi sisa abre no ya ya amane bo a aye nkomodie na nsamtrofo ne awofo di nkomo aya adisuafo no esan se adisuafo ne ehu se na o mato piti a National Ambulance Service ajimafo sebe ya obema wo mu mframa na afi wasanje wo mu nkwan si hopio sabre no ye hu prosini bi a na wo ka ho enti se prosini bi apia epra afi na ye pese ye di akiri na afi ye hu ye ba suntraso abanya asabia ha sei IGP ne dome ba ye no ya man some job for kwa me yan ko he wo ma wo prepare na nso ya te say suntraso ha no nipa nan ya adisuafo nipa nan na wo mu prayer ya wo do ma ba ha wo ja ya hwe ha bi wo emergency ward na afi bi so wo isolation center wa sha da CCA no wo ha ni na no wo hwe mo ye fi ha ma ne bo ne say be ko kwa da so e ho nso nipa miensa na wo ho ni akwa akohwe wo mo ne mo mu say process for na ka ho ne de so ni mintimi ni ho adanse nkasa medimani ehu wo mo
but ohimu hwe post for kata o say the police managed to disperse the routing students and calm has since been restored. There's a mofano who any no omo ya the mo awram kakra.
Oh, so the maka no enchiremu ana me dia ma wo no say adesiafo no dɔɔso ye kan suku a adesiafo wo mu be say mpimntia omo ha say fi mpimnyensa e ko mpimntia no omo eye suku kese na ekwai no omo ye kire no omo no omo suku dan no ana say suku na nkasa wo kwai ho pe elu omo ye kire no omo abebo dompim wo kwai no mu na hye na bi nko na bi ma enti adesiafo no nya nipa mienu ana say nipa miensa na ye kan wasam na nipa mpemiensa na ekire no mpo aye kan ko se mpemitia no se de amane boy nsa kan ekire no wo mu be se wo ha mu hihemu aduotia eye wo mu frifie e na be school enti se wo mu frifie e be school mu mpokura mpo no bodom pem wo kwa na no mba fa kwa mu ha o be je kwa na boso
na ye ka se o si IGP o hi ayaresabia ho no wako school mu o ni school mpanyfo ahia e de import na obae oye
ye din kaya oye ye no say oko Islamic Senior High School and in for the school na no ko di nkita ho we ye dan chiamu nkita ho a obukodi ye obia nsantro ni bia ni ho wonya akwai eko hobie afa no akiri na woto aso eba ncheso ayasabia so he ba bia Islamic Senior High School no na aka kuma bi se wo fro se po no aba report junction no ho ne wo afa ofi ho na oba wani nkata bi odi tia report junction eba so ncheso no se nka ofa no but for kwanti abese kilometer mienu kra pe no du ho no ntia nwa nanso ni na de hye ne ba ya they say IGP ne mpanyinfo aba behwe omo prepare wonu wa ya sa interest so ayesa de ani akire kwada so SDI ya sabia na the peace interest so kwada so SDI ya sabia na no so nwasa na emom no kwada so no ewo sunya kwa no so pe ohwe be bia so interest so aban ya sabia wo ya wo so for like interchange no ni hankora no emu na wo enti yefi ha ene trempe college na di ani mu so yefi ha ya no ye kwada so no so be say kilometer be se mienu pe ade ade beduru akwa hwe wo mu a omuso eprepra ewo kwada so SDI ya sabia
ye ka say suku mpanyinfo no atro krata ba efa de esi no wana
bi nanso anopa no yenya akwan ani mpanyinfo a won da ngoma sia no titiri asantimantem education director ho regional education director afi no so eda nchen a na ye wo obi etise education ministry wo so kasama for education mensa na ono so ewo ho bia sabre ni nyina no oni control for the ho na so mo ko stress awofo no nka won mu NPS na wo mo ko ko se mpanifo bre a wa sha so ho no obesan aba na so obese o ma no nenso na awofo no emma farsa emma no enkoso se o mo ti ase no ma ko no mo ti ase sa
na awofo na won ma epra no wajibri ni bia atimi adi nkomo
ni afere mi dika aka ye no se IGP ba ye nya kwan ni ayefo nko ye hu wo mo bi se IGP na aba no mo ji sa asem we nso no e ya de efa atiku ko nkwada ho enti ni obi a na ye ma no kwai se obewura dan no mo se dan mo ankasa mpo no hosa na afi ya mani pa bebire ko se wo mo enwura ho enti ye bre kakra bi e na ya be gina ya sabe ya ha ye ko ni se bre pa mu no ye be gebre na afi ya ba do she wo mo a wo mo e wa ya sabe ya ha no
ba obetimi a share bo say even though situation be dey critical no enya de a aginsem sa say ebi betimi afa so ahwere won nkwa obetimi ma isa boshe no
no kwenye mene National Ambulance Service wo regional manager Ofori Atta Duke ekasa ye no Duke kasa ne nso mo de tuja no se nipa no etu fo nkra no mo to pichi a fe no mu nya trama ti se ntamaja sega so to ye afa no so eda nchen a e ko wo mo ni na se etu na etuto ne hu abo wo mo nti no ana ma bi to pichi na sabe ran sampo no do mba ya sabe ya no no so so wo no nfa so agi wo no a oba ya sabe ya no de obi a eji ayehwe e wo ha no.
Apart from tear gas, what are your reports say etuo to ankasa ekos one?
There be yenya sa reports me mu hospital ha no and ya te say asedi a etuo aka obi wo ha nti ye hwese ye betimi age sa aman bo no nka bo me kwa kakra bi a na nka be edechi awa bi no san so aye nkomo so say bibi asem bi wo ha e pese ye ginchiremu na so ye ginchiremu enfantry empanifo a won mu da ayasabe ya no na so ye hu so ye etie wa
Okay, that's a question of condition. No,
Oman here jina so ni ntie pani.
Batuetie.
Omo nyina so tear gas on omo reactive. And as a we know and the state of shock. Nti also omo hu I'm sure the crowd the police around I'm sure say that is the tear gas na omo reactive to. But omo stabilize omo ye call war so mu hu so omo nyina omo kaka they were interacting with IGP kama nti. I'm sure say some of them were being discharged. Reverend, I think some of them were being discharged.
Asempa FM.
So far, man, who any only serious starter so far I haven't seen. Yes, I already had one person who had Masana now. Say, why did you be say the trying to know why? Now, Headmaster can say the trading cut. So I'm yet to even find out who is that person, whether or an isolated case and also a student. But Omar and I remember what we shared in I've not seen anybody was did cut. The donor are reacting to the tear gas. So one student maybe sound now say on asthmatic condition that it's an underlying condition now reacting to the tear gas.
And Oman Papa out to in Castle Casay. Mpanimfo a won mo da sentre so aban ya asabe ya mu ba na o cheche mu se nipa dionu mienu na odo mo ba sentre so aban ya asabe ya ba ko de obo chire na ekokonfa na ti aban ya asabe ya no ntimi nchire ye nti a ono de ode no ko ye na de aka ni nyina no o mo atre ga na ba nti pa cho ma menye interview na fe yem so ye nkomo tete.
Okay. Unfortunately, let me say, oh, MC Ahumano. Well, Ahumani di hwamo kakra MC ye hwesi betimi amana tomi ni nyina ye nkomobo a efa okay MC atomi still ye ntimi nya nkomo no gina eye disturbances bi akoso eye Kumasi Islamic Senior High School pose for no say abrepo ba uti ohimintewia there be o say nya abrepo poten na sa adensi enti nkomo guso nchiremu ba efasa enyoma ehunti ya homa no ne entimi nyina so yie Mr Dominic yensan hwesi betime nya ohimintewia bi na fe ene ne rapport apie bi kwa homa no twetwa sika krakra wanum say ohimintewia be sa ba ono gina ya na multimedia journalist or Asante Mante makenka post for krata no e dia ma oyera ohimintewia nso a oye a multimedia journalist so o Asante Mante mo no so de nchire mu aba afi ne wa join ya okay ohimi asa abanti yensi be nya ohimi okay
say wo cheche mu say omo ha no de waka say wo mo ho yara nti dia ka no say doctor for beguso no a wo hwe wo mo na ani wo che nse bibi wo ho a obetumi asan bisa
well ohimi meda wase if say baby awodi akopie media em say enyunu kojo a na afi watimi ehu ni nyina yie na yetimi asa ne wadi nkomo bi ye da ase pi say watimi de sa enkomo edi abre ohimi tewia ne ne wie nkomo no wan say ono ewo enhira eye Love FM Kumasi ono so gina na mo no modern nkomo na bre kama quickly ma mensankai wona ehwetie nyina ne say oba eye social media oba Facebook ekusi sen ye page oba won say sa dia akoso wo Islamic Senior High School abrepo no ehunfo nyine no ene video ni nyina ewo honum post for the message CBM disturbances at Islamic Senior High School. On Monday, June 13, 2020, some students of the Islamic Senior High School at Abrepo, Kumasi in the Ashanti region took to the streets and blocked the road to allegedly protest against frequent accidents in front of their school. The police managed to disperse the routing students and calm has since been restored. Some students and some police officers have been taken to the hospital for medical attention, and the Inspector General of Police is proceeding to Kumasi for a first-hand assessment of the situation. The police have commenced an investigation into the incident and further developments will be communicated. It's signed DCOP Kwesi Ofori, Director General Public Affairs. This come we quickly. Yaba back to studio. My main cow say and Komodo Dona so ewa hanum say ibedi if we say Yeshe Cathedral in Commona, Finance Minister, Itimedi, also Najunchre Abetudja, San Comono, Adia, Ibidi Haji Hong Comonso, Ibidi Bribiada, what you were cows, you can be Koyi, and you might be bri, Honson, Sensemen, so I Bibia, Ewo, and also Bedi Hong Como. But I mean, tell you, baby, my MSA, say, Busabi, say, demonstration we with the consent of school authorities oppose for na Saturday na yetimebusa. But Finance Minister Ofori Atta has asked opposers of the National Cathedral project to be measured in their criticisms. He says government is mindful of taxpayers' money being used to support the building of the National Cathedral and is strategizing to ensure that monies pumped into the construction are recouped within the shortest possible time after construction. For him, the current economic challenges should not deter the state from fulfilling its responsibility to build a monument that has huge investment potential. I quote, "At any point in time when these buildings were built in Europe, was it ever the right time? How do we fund it will become the question. Is the executive mindful of the current situation? We shouldn't sniff out our religiousness or spirituality because we are poor. The Lord will understand if we put our widow's mite in there." And he made this statement on GTV. That's yesterday. Because we are politicizing it, do we really want to stop it? That is going to be my question. Ofori Atta wants critics not to lose sight of the real returns the National Cathedral project could generate to shore up government's revenue targets. As a Minister of Finance, we are looking at resources and how much we can put in there at every point in time that is sensible. And so we speak, we have spent less than, so as we speak, we have spent less than 1,000th of our expenditure on that. I am very confident of raising revenue to be able to fund this, and then more importantly, if I want to look into the economics of it, I truly see an overwhelming capacity. This will pay off. Typically, I am looking at an internal rate of return, so we should put this in mind. Minister Anna Wakasei, say quickly, yebeti na yeba afeya bedi yenkomo.
The government has spent about 30 billion CDs in terms of our expenditure. I think this year we have spent maybe 25 million CDs on the National Cathedral, which is 1/1000th. At any point in time, we should be making progress toward it so that we have a holistic way of developing in a sustainable way. And strongly we believe that there are, beyond the economic benefits that I can outline as a finance minister, is clearly the issue of building a righteous state in which then the Lord promises. I truly do not understand that. Okay. Because I did go to Parliament and indicated that there will be seed from the government to do that. I don't. So I don't want a sense that, you know, there's less anything more than integrity in what we are doing in this. And the issue of a leaked letter. What is a leaked letter? You know, I send a letter to controller, and he goes through his process and disburses per certain regulations. The government has spent about 30 billion CDs in terms of our expenditure. I think this year we have spent maybe 25 million CDs on the National Cathedral, which is 1/1000th. At any point in time, we should be making progress toward it so that we have a holistic way of developing in a sustainable way. And strongly we believe that there are, beyond the economic benefits that I can outline as a finance minister, is clearly the issue of building a righteous state in which then the Lord promises. I truly do not understand that. Okay. Because, I mean, I did go to Parliament and indicated that there will be seed from the government to do that. I don't. So I don't want a sense that, you know, there's less anything more than integrity in what we are doing in this. And the issue of a leaked letter. What is a leaked letter? You know, I send a letter to controller, and he goes through his process and disburses per certain regulations.
So that's the finance minister, Ofori Atta, or church, and same in relation to cathedral, any a car who do a yebo, Nenkomo net does among some of them, Komono, and in a coalition of Muslim organizations, Ghana. One also the Krata Beto Abonteri. The state contributed to the construction of the National Mosque, National Cathedral, CU. Our attention has been drawn to a statement as headlined above made by the Chief Executive Officer of the National Cathedral, Dr. Paul Opoku Mensah, suggesting that the government of Ghana spent state resources in the construction of the National Mosque located at Kanda in Accra. He made this spurious statement on GTV, Talking Point program, aired in the evening of Sunday, the 12th of June 2022. We, the Coalition of Muslim Organization, Ghana, COMOG, on behalf of all Muslims organizations in Ghana, wish to state unequivocally and without any fear or favor that not a single pesewa from the state by any political regime was contributed to the construction of the Kanda National Mosque. The CEO of the National Cathedral made this statement in an attempt to justify the sum of over 25 million Ghana cedi of state resources as seed money for the construction of the most controversial project in Ghana today, the National Cathedral. As a Muslim organization with the mandate to protect the image and sanctity of Islam and the reputation of the Ummah in Ghana, we can't tolerate such a deliberate falsehood by a high-profile appointee of Dr. Opoku-Mensah's stature when indeed the facts do not support his claim. Contrary to his statement, we Muslims have rather been shortchanged in the matter of Accra Central Mosque, which was pulled down by the state, only for government to compensate us with a bare land for the loss. Our magnanimity towards the state and other commitment to peaceful coexistence must not be misconstrued by some people to be a weakness. We therefore, by this statement, wish to call on Dr. Paul Opoku-Mensah to come out and retract that deliberate falsehood and apologize to the entire Muslim Ummah, Ghana. We also demand that this rejoinder be read in the next edition of GTV Talking Point program to correct the falsehood. And it's Haj Abdul Manam Abdul Rahman, Komok president, and also Edinisa Ashe Ayesa Kratawi. So the conversation on the mosque matter is still on. In fact, finance minister asad another conversation cry asaba more. Okudzeto Ablakwa. Good afternoon.
Oh, Amanyene, good afternoon.
But you say what Jibre eti eye Iraq and Ofori Atta on this matter of the cathedral.
Yeah, Mathieu interview now granted.
Matter is settled, right?
Yeah, Pacho say
the matter is settled. Who take the response?
It cannot be settled. I mean, Amanyene, one kasa yankano kre. Would the finance minister Kai, as we speak, do we know of seed money? Seed money now, almost a supportive project now. Do we know? Has the finance minister addressed that germane issue? None of the 275 members of parliament will be saying
Asempa FM
partnership where Abai say this cathedral is being constructed on a partnership between the church and the state. State make contribution. No? What is that?
Probably that's why the minister is saying, sir, government is mindful of taxpayers' money being used to support the building of the National Cathedral and is strategizing to ensure that monies pumped into the construction are recouped within the shortest possible time after construction. So, you're free seed capital, aba assurance. So, sika bi ebe kumbiano, aban enhyehyeye mu no ni gidie ni se intempani betimenya sika bi akochime free.
Again, that is not the issue. Finance Minister Unimse, Article 178, and you're very clear. Ansana ubeyi Ghana for sika. Edi akwako share any project. As I said, Woba Parliament, na yamao parliamentary approval. Okay, Article 178, it's unambiguous. Very simple language. Clear. 178. No monies shall be withdrawn from the consolidated fund except A, to meet expenditure that is charged on that fund by this constitution or by an act of parliament, or B, where the issue of those monies has been authorized by an appropriation act or by a supplementary estimate approved by resolution of parliament passed for the purpose.
But I'm not...
Infana finance minister onya to me oyi esika.
But in
2020 oyi 142.7 million Ghana. 2021, 32 million Ghana cedis to pay David Ajay without recourse to the procurement law, without recourse to NLC Decree 357. 2022 was 25 million Ghana cedis on the 31st of March 2022. So far, about 200 million Ghana cedis. There are other releases later in the week. So yeah, serializing. Where did he get the authorization from?
But he's a bit surprised that yes, he won't go Parliament. I did go to Parliament, and to indicate that, or you're worried, or you're surprised, or say yenya manyo smede fia because yeah, engineer say one call mrashibe no. Ono an kasem was I did go to Parliament. Ewo mo mrashibe no. Ebiri bia ni ho a minister buy obetu din e ka say ampa baby aduni de eye government Christian community partnership, and this is government no eye Ghana for no ye specific ruler ye play on this matter of building a cathedral.
You see, Ghana for Christopher Dodona Akase ye see cathedral in the name of the Lord. Let's conduct ourselves as true Christians. What Jesus the Christ teaches us, no, yen implement it. Ma yen embarrass the religion. Let's not bring the good name of Christianity into disrepute. Yen kanokre. Project we start here, mostly a personal project. You misled the men of God. Clergy akukudam, mu invite you, and you made all of them go out there. The Archbishop Duncan Williams said he is shocked. Said anybody will criticize this project because they are not using taxpayers' money. Reverend Dr. Opuni Frempong, and also they told us say government is not using taxpayer funds. All of them. Say, Shesana Abai, I embarrass you. All these respected, revered men of God, you have embarrassed them. Now, who Kasati said this is a government of Ghana project. Say a government of Ghana project. Do what is required under Article 178 of the Constitution. You can't just say 15 November 2018. Who kind budget no? Who can say there will be a partnership between the church and the state? That amounts to a blank check. Is that what the finance minister is suggesting? Say because one now see a paradigm shift, so it's a blank check. You can withdraw whatever amount from the consolidated fund without parliamentary approval. Is that how things work?
So I've gone through a lot of more proceedings, or more, but me specifically where or two a yes candidate. Are you able to help us? Because baby ekeka kona wasenya kukudra back no. What it means is that those of us a different opinion to what all you know, even though our reliance is on documents that are available to us. Maybe we Parliament, we have extra documents be a reasonable percentage of us yenye privy to. Emphatic. Say a finance minister Abba wabesre mrashibe jafo ampa. Ese akoye aban na Christopher Ayonko fa e cathedral nim enti aban se obeboa sa adwumadi ayedi no ebi obeboa say anaso obeboa say so that we can just end this conversation because clearly that's it.
Brilliant FM. Now so wrong target. This question must go to the finance minister. Interna Endra, in all honesty, I was disappointed with the host. Finance Minister Eka said, I went to Parliament. I'm surprised about what is going on. Feigning surprise. The reasonable follow-up question, I said, please say, Honorable Finance Minister, when you went to Parliament, how much did you ask for? What was the allocation? Which part of the budget can we find it? Which paragraph or which table in the appendices?
So specifically,
can you help us?
Maybe I may make wrong. Specifically, 2019 budget, page 193, on that matter of the cathedral. paragraph 1001. Dear Nana Kaho.
Can you have it so you can read it?
There be maybe dear no. Maybe you know
we don't have different budgets in this country, Minia. It's one budget. You just read what you have.
No, I'm not seeing any seed aspect of it. That's what I'm saying. Say, Abia one capture seed no maybe I want to be sure that I'm reading what is right.
But that is the gravamen of our issue. The bone of contention. No. And okay, the Hansard of 28 November 2018, the NDC caucus in Parliament during the debate, ye demanded the exact allocation. We drew government's attention. Dr. Yeni was speaking on our behalf. Oka said, there is going through the entire 2019 budget. There is no allocation. There is no line item. Intiminia, the Akosono, 2022, we have put out documents suggesting clearly, indeed confirming, not suggesting, confirming, say, a buying 25 million Ghana cedis from the consolidated fund. Meaning, okay, the entire 2022 budget, this allocation. Then we put out another document, 2021, on what term 32 million Ghana cedis, Ediama David Ajay, without recourse to the procurement laws and other laws, NLCD 357. So 32 million, meaning, okay, the entire 2021 budget, any line item, there's no allocation in the 2021 budget. Then we've put out a third document, the one dated 29th October 2020. And also, no, Finance Minister, H.R. Krata, Command Control Accountant General, said, among withdraw a whopping, a staggering, a colossal 142,762,500 Ghana cedis. Meaning, what kind the whole 2020 budget? Any allocation.
Okay, so Mamin Komechi, probably na Buame Ebiabanya in 2019 budget, no?
Yeah.
Paragraphs 156, 157, and then on page 104 to 5, under National Cathedral, the minister stated as follows. Mr. Speaker, the state is facilitating this process by providing the land, the secretariat, and seed money for the preparatory phase. Mr. Speaker, the President is determined that the building of the National Cathedral will not put undue financial burdens on the state. He has therefore proposed a partnership between the state and the Ghanaian Christian community, both at home and in the diaspora. Media makinkan wahi. Enu bi na okutana.
Enwa budget document no. Eya ba kope. Enwa na meso mewo. Enti, I am glad sir you have your copy. What kind column 2892 all the way to column 2911 of the Hansard of 28 November 2018. Ubehu NDC MPs during the debate. Ye bisa finance minister said, okay, the first indication, this is a major paradigm shift. Say, it's no longer President Akufo-Addo, a personal pledge. It's not about private project. Say, a buying air partner, seed money. Ya pacho seed money no, saying, infant na yebehu sa seed money no.
My a bit confused, but my a bit of education. Parliament mo consider budget or the minister's statement? Which one mo consider?
Ninyana, won't say.
Because the
minister's statement is just a summary. The summary of the main budget. Once a budget, sometimes over 200 pages. We share 2022 budget, and they say almost 400 was about 340 pages. the speech, a summary, but the speech will be captured by the Hansard. Now, almost submitted the full statement for consideration.
So, in your consideration, full statement, the mention of seed money, there was no figure to that.
There was no figure. No figure. In China, more than 2 weeks now, Minia, Abisa, I've thrown a challenge to government. Ebia yen to make kind a dear year. And they always, insulting us, say, we don't read. Until you read, Munchreyen, Bebia, Yebehu, the specific allocation. Until finance minister, Oka and Dranajo, our GTV said, I went to parliament for approval. Say, if you are going to parliament for approval, parliament works with specific allocation. What is a specific allocation? It is a buying free SHS program. Every year, Biano, there is a specific allocation. And parliament will approve that allocation. That is point number one. Point number two, Minia. In the budget approval process, William said, answer now will be qualified for an approval from Parliament for the ensuing year. Say we are in 2022. What by Parliament say open approval to spend in 2023. As I say, we accounted for 2022 expenditure. What is called the performance. And now say expenditure returns. As I said, we accounted Sikana Yade Mao the previous year. Saying we utilize Sasikano.
But
William said throughout accounting now on my year 2022, you 142 million. They didn't account to Parliament. 2021, 2020. All of these colossal sums of money, some way, somehow, it was neither in the budget for the ensuing year, neither was it in the performance, the expenditure returns for the previous years. I mean, total blackout, which is very strange.
And yes, strange.
Very strange.
And yes, strange. My behavior and also very worrying and very strange. Because clearly, money is being picked from consolidated account to now and go through the right process. There are members of parliament, most more yes, you are helpless. Yet, you won't be a dasa. Na de be a scan is sefrim. Na ye disanko. Na de be a scan is sefrim. Na ye disanko. Na finance minister so ba or say me pass me casanko. Now, why are now to the point? Even let's ignore the finance minister. I think sir, Okudzeto Ablakwa, you are mum. Honestly, mum wagana.
Yeah, then yeah.
Because clearly, Moka or yeah. Is that how we're going to rule the country?
Certainly not. One say, to be fair to us, now you name say, the air cost on the Kai say, all these years, they have hidden this from us. They never accounted for their expenditure. We didn't know, say, they were withdrawing money from the consolidated fund. Anka Yang intercepted the documents we've intercepted now. We wouldn't have known. Now that it has come into our knowledge, you are filing urgent questions. As a caucus, discusses what should be the steps? What should be the consequences? And many of us are of the view we must initiate processes for a vote of censure.
Asempa FM.
Because we have the numbers to start. You need 1/3 of MPs to demand the removal of a minister. And we are taking the steps. And I am really at a loss, we will be blamed. I mean, we are the good guys here trying to unravel the rot.
But Mesa also, but me Obi. Enya Kwenya 2019. Dominic, 2019, right? After the budget, 2019, any finance minister could come. Na finance minister ntini nkomo bi.
Okay.
Government's commitment towards the building of a national cathedral will be between $20 to $30 million. Between $20 to $30 million. Finance Minister Ken Ofori Atta has revealed. He said, though God will build his own temple, the state will hold a fundraiser to enable it to accumulate more money for the construction of the National Cathedral. This is an interviewer on a Philip Osebonsu, OBA or Jubilee House 2019 after the budget reading. That's what Mibusa said. And Koma Ayana Minister Eka, they said Wakachre Obi. Any de war a year Yesika Semo into Tian and Shishamono. Ayana San Komona Odin outside no. And one yesadi di Jumao a Yesika Semo to Tian and Shishamana because he's been emphatic here. His emphasis is that government was going to spend on the National Cathedral between $20 to $30 million.
That is Asempa FM.
Correct.
And your parliament. And the na all cano one drop our budget name. It's not stated in the budget.
Any budget name.
Any budget name.
Na onyasa kukudro ni way.
Ediana the oppressor Obeyano, he had conceived of the thought long ago. Or not there, he has his own plans. But one show budget anymore.
Because we are not just dealing with any institution, we are dealing with a revered parliament of a sovereign state, Ghana, and Yekanwasem. And Yanyoma Basao. So the finance minister on his own cannot, out of nothing, say Sika Ghana buying and buying and Sika. That's why I have a problem with the minority and some and the entirety of members of parliament. Unknown to me, free pay and kase a buying best spending 20 to 30 million, granting Philip Osebonsu that interview on the cathedral. Now I catch them and say, Sir, Sika Sunu, and yet captured in the budget. Now finance minister Akoso Akoyi says Sikano Edi Abebua Cathedral. No. Is it not strange and worrying?
I want to understand your problem.
My problem is that because clearly with that conversation, there seemed to be an illegality being practiced.
There's a clear illegality. There's a clear, egregious, unconstitutional conduct on the part of the finance minister. There's no doubt about that. But the amendment here, the attempt to rope in parliament, and we know, may defend even MPP MPs. Because parliament as an institution has committed no wrong. And yet, we are not those who run the finance ministry. Yen run a control and accountant general's department. We are not the Bank of Ghana. In the finance minister, Chroni illegal letters, illegal instructions. Say, Munyisika. Mumma Ribade, 25 million. Mumma Ajayi, 32 million. Mum release 142.7 million to the National Cathedral Secretariat for planned activities, quote and unquote. And no, how do you expect any MP to know? Unless there's a whistleblower in any of those departments, either controller, and our finance ministry, and our office of the president, office of the president, and or more tier the 32 million, and a whistleblower at BOG, drawing Parliament's attention. And Afena whistleblowers, I draw your attention. Say, hey, MPs, where the cost of no, that is unconscionable.
So after drawing your attention to this anomaly, Ediana
you're filing urgent questions.
Filing. You be file, but you know, you be file. Forgive me, but mama, every day you dim that light as members of parliament.
You see, well, I can appreciate high standards now for members of parliament, But I would also appeal to you to have similar standards for the executive, because the onus lies on them. Finance minister, Enna Abain, wuna wotro budget. Wotro budget na NDC MPB anyhow. No member of parliament is preventing you from stating the amount of money you want to spend on any project. No MP is standing in your way. Just state what you want to do. I mean, more listed, more priority projects, no crano. National Cathedral in feature. No allocation whatsoever. Why did that happen? It is clear, ab initio said, people set out not to be transparent, to conceal information from the House of Parliament. And the blame must squarely be put where it belongs, which is the executive. And your executive, no, Enna, or more disappointing. They have let this country down, and they have engaged in this very atrocious conduct. Meaning, wouldn't the latest information Yedia Tujua, despite all of these allocations, and that is why parliamentary approval is very, very important. Look, the power to approve is also a power that comes with responsibility. So who approve here? Now with the HA as a parliament, now what monitor, what track it, what supervise it, to be sure say Sikano, baby as I say a coho. That is why the principle of checks and balances, all parliaments across the world, they must grant this approval so that they can track. Wouldn't him say work on the National Cathedral has been suspended. Latest documents are last Friday. The contractors, Ribade Company Limited, actual termination letters to all their workers, over 200 workers. With your permission, let me read. March 14, 2022. Notice of termination of appointment. Due to the lack of payment from National Cathedral of Ghana, which has resulted in the project being suspended, Ribade Company Limited are required under the contract to mitigate costs. In compliance with such an obligation under the contract, Ribade Company Limited has no option but to issue this letter of notice, terminating the agreement between Ribade Company Limited and you, as per the provisions of your employment agreement. This notice of termination takes effect on the 14th of March, 2022. You are therefore requested to hand in all properties, that is safety, equipment, etc., belonging to the company in your possession to the HR office by close of work of the same day. Signed, Grant Ramsey, project manager. And Minya, I have been talking to key persons close to this project. Sikana or more, this 200 million Ghana cedis and more will be put in. They are shocked. It's a Banesaina. Ye all of these monies, colossal sums of money from the consolidated fund, without parliamentary approval. Now, so Sikano and co project Nemo, the lead contractor, Kase, are buying and Tiamoka into Ejumanoma suspended. Last week, Mekoho, and you can also go the movie to me Sunday, more reporters, site for. No construction is going on. Workers' contract has been terminated. Into Sikani Yina Sikana Coin. And as MPs who beside we can't tell you because all of this was concealed from us. They hid this from us. Into Yenima, then we can track, we can monitor. But it was FM. Totally hidden from us. We are dealing with a very awful situation. Indiana, this matter is not going to just be talk. I know I can assure you. Parliament is taking a serious view of this, and we will surely get to the bottom. Because it's not fair, it's not right. Look, what we have even put the eminent priest through. It's not fair. Asofo akuku dam. Any of my reputation, very revered. I'm not surprised. One of them has walked away.
Well,
from the board of trustees.
Ben no unya information.
Information in your immediate
Yeah, because I don't know why you're emphatic. He's part of the system. Also, is on your part of it.
Who told you he's part of it?
But from day one, at the one where any part one
that was at the beginning. He's no longer there. He's walked away.
But why wouldn't he make it public knowledge? Because he himself,
he's walked away.
But on that note,
for more than 18 months now on committee, he's distanced himself from this project.
The fact that he's distanced himself does not mean he's not part of it.
He's no longer part of it. Take it from me.
A statement to that effect?
He doesn't need to put out a statement. They didn't put out a statement. Appointment letter.
Jumedi or power muma Ghana for a life.
Appointment letter. Phone calls. And there was no appointment letter. Free board. They don't. What would they be replying to? What would they make reference to?
So as we speak, everybody for Ofori Atta na someone.
Free site. They just have some skeletal management or more around to see if really the government is serious about this project. But workers, they have terminated the appointment with them.
And that took effect on the 14th of March.
14th of March, yes.
2022, this year.
Yes. Meanwhile, 31st March, Finance Minister Okudzeto Ablakwa to the Controller Accountant General say unreleased 25 million or the Kotia in Krofu or the Kotia Riba de Foka.
Okay, so the production team had the letter Bia Bremia March 14, 2022, notice of termination of appointment due to the lack of payment from National Cathedral of Ghana, which has resulted in the project being suspended. Rebadi Company Limited are required under the contract to mitigate costs. In compliance with such an obligation under the contract, Rebadi Company Limited has no option but to issue this letter of notice terminating the agreement between Rebadi Limited and you as per the provisions of your employment agreement. This notice of termination takes effect on the 14th of March 2022. You are therefore requested to hand in all properties, i.e. safety equipment belonging to the company in your possession to the HR office by close of work of same day. So, Sikana by 31st, now don't go back.
Or more terminated appointments under that. And as you read, tried as they did.
Asempa FM.
They were not getting their monies. Government was not paying them. They had to mitigate costs. Project where sika boomsa 142.7 million, 32 million, 25 million. Where was the money going to?
Okay, so but we on one of our texters and listeners on Ususu say obaswadi we my share and or the United States of America. Your friend is Tasky. The release of information regarding the amount of money spent by government on the cathedral is public information and cannot be attributed to someone claiming to have done some special investigations or interception. This is being done deliberately to paint a picture of being the good guys trying to protect the public purse as against a government that is trying hard to conceal something untoward. You sit in parliament, fail to probe and ask the necessary questions, see that the finance minister is doling out cash unconstitutionally, and yet you couldn't do anything as parliamentarians to check that, but always out in the public to portray yourself as what? If there's something untoward, then except you've also failed Ghanaians? That's my question, Mr. Bibusa.
I totally disagree. Letters, you can't say that these are public documents. Sebi, are buying a ECK from the Consolidated Fund. They don't issue press statements. They don't hold press conferences. Okay, for example, 29th October 2020, 142.7 million Ghana cedi release now, signed by Ofori Atta. Look at the CCs. The Chief of Staff, Office of the President, Honorable Deputy Ministers, Ministry of Finance, the Chief Director, Ministry of Finance, Chief Director, Office of the President, the Auditor General, the Director of Budget, Ministry of Finance, and the Chairman, Board of Trustees, National Cathedral, Ghana, NCG. I want to believe that's what the acronym stands for. Where do you see Parliament here? That's where the CCs end. Parliament is not copied. And when they came to Parliament to account for how they conducted themselves, or more expenditure returns, they didn't provide any information whatsoever on the National Cathedral. If you are dealing with a group of people who want to conceal information, I mean, have Ghanaians soon forgotten? Meaning, presidential travels. You were in this country. Okay, my hustle, the struggle, the pain I went through, just for government to tell us the cost. Up to now, we don't know the cost of President Akufo-Addo's luxury travels. Finance Minister, after several weeks, asking for more time, Obeka said, Yanko National Security Minister.
Those are security matters, just like the minister said.
They cannot be security matters.
No, but some of these things are classified and overly classified.
You see how you people contradict yourselves?
No, Mibusa say some of these things are overly classified.
Mostly, MPs, we are not probing. We are not asking the hard questions. We are not pushing. When we push to, you say, what do you need information for?
But clearly,
look, every country, even in Ghana, when said the previous year, we were told, Parliament has always been told every year how much the president spends on presidential travels. This is the only time. Ubekaya, even if you Google, you will see it, about 69 million Ghana cedis on presidential travels the previous year. This matter of secrecy only began when the president was exposed. Yechi no say we abandoned presidential jet all charter $14,000 an hour, which later became $18,000 an hour private jet. No, then it became a national. How is this? How is cost of travel a national security matter? Me take Ghana meaning cost per hour of the U.S. president's travels, the U.K. Prime Minister's travel, the French president's travel. I know. So why can't I know that of Ghana? What is national security about it? We either want our MPs to be probing, to be thorough, to be diligent, to demand accountability, or we don't. We shouldn't be picking and choosing.
Okay, so Maminu we on a year Chief of Park Clement on also the but then we end on this matter. Yeah. Or say Omayene Okudzeto is right. It is a documented fact that at no time has government forwarded the cathedral project in any national budget to Parliament with an assigned financial allocation for approval. The first budget statement and economic policy under Akufo-Addo to capture the cathedral project was the 2019 budget. And here is what it said on page 193, paragraph 1001. Meeting the spiritual needs of our people with the promotion of the Ghana National Cathedral. It's worth noting that the 2017, 2018, and 2022 budget statement never mentioned the cathedral project at all. In the budget for 2019, 2020, and 2021, although mention was made of the cathedral, no funds were allocated to it. Any indication of the state providing seed money may rather be traced to the finance minister's speech, which he read in brief to Parliament during the presentation of the 2019 budget statement and economic policy. In the 2019 budget speech, paragraphs 156, 157, on pages 104, 105, and the National Cathedral, the minister stated as follows. Mr. Speaker, the state is facilitating this process by providing the land, the secretariat, and seed money for the preparatory phase. Mr. Speaker, the President is determined that the building of the National Cathedral will not put undue financial burdens on the state. He has therefore proposed a partnership between the state and the Ghanaian Christian community, both at home and in the diaspora. Even so, no particular figure was mentioned as seed money. But even if a figure was mentioned in the minister's speech, Parliament, as it's known, does not debate, consider, and approve what the minister narrates. Parliament debates, considers, and approves the content of a budget statement and economic policy presented on behalf of the President. Parliament does not engage in speculations. As MP for Bolsa South, Dr. Clement Apak, Anna Odiabe.
Brilliant write-up. He couldn't have put it any better.
Okay, so on this matter of the cathedral, what is the next line of action?
This week, you expected the finance minister Obe responded to your questions. Unfortunately, I'm not too optimistic looking at the finance minister's history and the reputation. I'm not too sure if he would be complying with Order 64-2.
Reputation based on non-compliance or what?
Non-compliance and nonchalant attitude, way of treating Parliament, and how he runs away from questions. Though Order 64-2, I can say, urgent questions must be responded to within 10 working days, which should fall this week. If you look at when we filed this 2 weeks Friday ago. It should really be right this week for him to respond to these questions. But looking at his reputation, I can't be sure. But we will keep pushing, and as we have indicated now, and yet response to questions and actions that you better take within the parliamentary toolkit. We have many tools available. Questions, a probe, a bipartisan parliamentary committee to probe this matter is another option, and the vote of censure. So another legal option available to us. And for now, I can confirm to you that all options are on the table. These are egregious crimes. They must not go unpunished.
Okudzeto Ablakwa, CP, Honorable Sonny Edisa, Nkomo.
Yo, Mr. Medasa.
It's 10 minutes after 4. Asempa 94.7. Ikusi Senju Mediana Agbeve 4 Egusu Boy and Kai say one or Agbeve herbal tea, one or Agbeve tonic, one or Agbeve fever, anafi Agbeve taifa. Ebiane Juma Edi Bribia Damekao Ediboni Pediano. Tea name more holding tonic name more numa atone bibia bakama at that time of the month in ma fever no kutia malaria typhoid no so kutia typhoid fever entimenka se opesa one product bia to oko herbal shop bia pharmacy and I say odwani kire bia won to no bia ubenya bi ato one also to last stop and offer 0246595256 and 0208130790 na watimini won edin kitawo yenko uniyat na yenko suade ne yenya nimde ne yemfa moye bra etitie ne hihye down say 1 year course wo ne 3 months and so short courses no Java development, still graphics, CCTV installation and management, web development, cyber security, Android development, and a database management. Can say the financial graphic design, video editing, and a 3D animation, software engineering, and a network and cyber security engineering. Nyoma piwa oduanichre uniyat, whether 3 months or 1 year, unya abodin krata de abedi jumebi apesa udidi. Number adbe from here 0547-966-966 no etimini won akasa 0547-966-966. Enkran Delta House, Asalam Down Runabout, Kaswa Brigade Bus Stop on Ultra Toll Booth na and wasem and abetimi anyone aka. Irata Motors Ekoso Kai will say Speedmate battery and a Speedmate oil no and also battery audi power okana ma watim dia ko aba oil so eba okana tumrika 1010 na engine so anya hoden sonko enti Irata Motors at the Speedmate battery and a Speedmate oil aba ayedwa so efasa ne ma we o battery any oil dia mesrel Ebibia down Irata for in deal with on products on the abedwa so the Speedmate battery and have a Speedmate oil free Irata 026 444 5268 and 0263 136 700. Mami sensi subi me ma 026 444 4 bako miensa 5268 and 0263 137 700. Na wati mini won akasaba ibieti mako kama. Yebeso aka omano so na mababetua menkoma midi wa han say Coalition of Muslim Organizations in Ghana Abdel Rahman on oye president but in cardia two and him say akenkan won krata bi so e de amaw wadar mayen kona Abdel enchire mu assalamu alaikum
wa alaikum assalam
Rahman odi me kotra sa hye we pe menya problem ti de metia na maka wa pa jo bibia e kama de
alhamdulillah we go come up eda city
right mo de krata bi abeto abonten na ede pa potine mo hawo
good afternoon na me chewe tie kunyina patropi endra anajo ena on GTV program the talking point and the CEO of quote and unquote National Cathedral project or yes some allegation and we thought that it is prudent we straighten the records. In the past, no, in Pennyfopi, Honoma, Eyana, or Muka, Asema, Ediana Womunim, Ediana Womunim. Now, or not there, I don't know whether say Onim, now intentionally, now, yeah, that kind of allegation, no, I mean, to and now we are calling him, say, he should come out. Never say when he should come out, retract, and apologize to the people of this country and the Muslims in particular. It is misleading, it is untrue, and the position as a CEO or as a public figure, no, he shouldn't have made such a remark. We don't want a situation, say, young Christian brethren, we have been working together all this while. And say the banner say you can't want them Anna and unity and this country. We have a right as a people of the republic to comment on. And in the past, the issue of cathedral you can't want them. We said it as it should be said. And as we are talking to you now, LGBTQI++, it is something that it has united all of us, the Muslims, the Christians, the traditional leaders, behind one project. Into your can say, whatever that will bring this unity in our republic, we should avoid it. We are to me as I say, in millions of dollars that belong to a section of the public and give it to one section. That is unfair. And nona when you follow be Eba Bonte say the Kanda National Mosque was supported by the state. And some of them who Ayana but for this CEO, we are demanding that he should come out publicly and apologize. It is untrue. Not even the Republic of Turkey contributed in the construction of the mosque. It was constructed by NGO.
It was contracted by the
NGO, a non-governmental organization. And what we are saying is that they should come out and apologize to the Muslims that what they said, one can do, and it has misinformed and misled the good listeners and the good people of this country.
Na chaupa na open na wakotwetwe nsema ba na oye mfato ho ana o chro nsema kase komokfo. The CEO of the National Cathedral made a statement in an attempt to justify the sum of over 25 million Ghana cedi of state resources as seed money for the construction of the most controversial project in Ghana today. Hey, where's your friend?
Well, and no seminar or more air program also. And a host, and press release issue about 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And our kind that very press release, on that very program. And that's how come we are linking it with what you have just read.
So what is most controversial about the cathedral?
Well, is out there. All that we are saying is say anything that will not unite Ghanaians, we must avoid it. But
you are falling into the same. You are falling into the same. You are falling into the same. No.
Yes.
At a point, opese papana semna wakano. Dr. Paul Opoku Mensah. Opese obeyi na no kase ensema okanse Ghana ban so mase. Bra musi sa enkemofo dan no. Opese oba komukfo opese oba no obepacho se sa asem no enye ne kore. De open nyina no. Na enu achi no de odi abesoso sui ne nsoso ho emfiafia ho e de empa na opa jam bibisa say e de na yet controversial about cathedral na yesi na enya chefa e o press release. What is controversial about it?
Oh, and then make us say it is a link in the previous press release na issue here. Until we need to get that background. Emma and Profotia say we have said it before. Na niya kind de I am
saying that you have said it before. Hold on, Abdul, hold on, Mami, hold on. Abdul, hold on.
Yes.
I'm saying that wasem kama. You want to do a link. I'm asking you question because the import of what you are just saying, apart from the apology, you have the belief, and that is the truth. Say, we've lived in harmony, Christians and Muslims. Perfect. So, not to add up to Sa ensemna ni pekan. What ensemni be the natural statement mu say what the building of the cathedral is the controversy, or which one is your challenge? Come up for.
And then I make us say, who beside me say the word controversy you use here. It is a link because the previous release now issue, it is on the controversy. The division now National Cathedral at the bar the Ghanaian public.
Oh, okay.
Because because we are part of the republic. And then I can say assassin cost millions of dollars. Ya tam assassin a section of the public of the public. And I can say that by itself it has created a sharp division in the public. And I make and see that statement had been put out there long ago, and it is something that young changing your position. Say what the state has done are creating division among the people of the Republic of Ghana. Now, and some people are seeking to further divide it by citing example that we shouldn't cite. And I can say,
but if you decide, Abdul Manan, Abdul Rahman, if you
call it mosque nuguye, and you know years ago, and the state supposed to have constructed a replacement, Emma Muslim for. The state didn't do that. The state just gave us a bare land. And we did all that we could and let me see your mosque. And to provoke us, government has had hand in the construction of the mosque. And boss, I can say, Papa no. And it shouldn't happen again. It shouldn't happen again. Ma obi and sorry and cite that example. Say we nima, please don't comment. Because it is very painful. If I tell you the story of that mosque, Master, it's so painful. So nobody should dare cite that example again.
Okay, find it a bit difficult to understand, baby. Ufriba. Mejidi say the most important thing is that if you say Dr. Paul Opoku Mensah Omra na baby osusu se achiano ombetene na yenko in our peace. But I would suggest the additions in your press release, I don't think say per our definition of how we've sat as one people, those additions not irrelevant. Let's live, as you have said, in unity. And let's go by what you have also suggested that Dr. Paul Opoku Mensah Sahasem Ensemble rectify. And it makes it a beautiful country. And again, it will be no be nyajun and non chese or muntematiti. That cannot be the case.
No.
The fact that minds are sharply divided on the cathedral, it doesn't mean that and I thank you so admit say Muslims and Christians, we are unique and we are together, especially in our beloved country, Ghana. Timesho, Mumian Konboko say na enfatu no bi wo ho a ye momodiane yen frim na ankofa wenchu bia amfamba. I'm sure when we do that, ebebo ma yina yetimi akoyenim kama with one focus, one love for Mother Ghana. Abdul Medase. So what to me edesa unchiremu we, but of course if you distort the facts, that one they have a right to draw your attention say bomodiana betene no said yes it yes anyesa baby awugina kasa na edu achire ubona nipa afa ne say eye sa anetie. Compute Ghana, good afternoon to you, my fair one on my offices near fie IF kama with a kind of a decor one by or office amount so beautiful. And no more money baba kika ho ama office e dimwe we pay so nice. Enti open laptop, open printer, open AC now TV Compute Ghana catch us only one in this nkita hono na bibi anko kama emfa my friend 0302 752 and 0234 143 143 na what timini one akasa 0234 143 143 na what timini one akasa na say 0302 752 020. Erica J, Communications Officer, Jackson Bruno German South this year. Bruni this year, Minya Prekope, and Eudi Wawoda. Happy birthday, Shunko, and Koma Eric Ej, or NDC Manu Kunum. Na Udi Wawoda, and a happy birthday, Shunko, and Koma. So as you celebrate this day, Meka will say, Kaihunu say, a church, our honum say, Obasum, Omai, Wasum party, Asum Ukuru, na Wasum Wabusia, or no cream, any Akukudrum. Any odom any to watchim yadasi. On this occasion, your family to ecosystem in Bedroom, we are so proud of you. Happy birthday once again, Eric J. JB Power Plus Herbal Research Center say one day Zawa Plus Abba a year a jaso. Zawa Plus the nyina say eyi eye wapo ne wapo wa chiri kase eye oya na wapo so eye oya. Eye Powerplex Zawaplex eyisa how no every oprekope etesokra ene de se oye oba anamame a o manofo a wadaroma ene nkola munnimro eye mfie dumienu a onka JB Powerplex Herbal Research Center wona dura eye Zawaplex a de aba edwaso onka ho dodo na nkasa de okọ Obadia Kings Walk Nana Boache Herbal Repash ana tenatet a ɛwɔ Okanshi drug lane anase Lion of Judah eben Kaneshi market ɛhɔ ana behu JB Powerplex ejumekwe no etimi atobi won frɛ 055 922 769 055 922 769 ana 055 6675348 na watimi ne won akasa won ben abeka post office ɛhɔ ana behu omo oba pa so guso a ode ne dwuma pa eboa oba pa products ebi ni Africa Queen mackerel shane so oba pa products no ebi ni Africa Queen mackerel abadwa so won sa oba papa sardine ti bribia da meka o se eye nyoma okodi hu dwa efa sa nyoma we hu a se eye mackerel se eye oba papa sardine se eye oba pa tomato paste sa nyoma we ana se okopa echira kwanto oba pa products na se opa echira kwanto dodo na nkasa de 0302668357 na watimi ato obapa range of products ni be the mackerel, the sardine and tomato paste no akope bi ato tine se obapa products yi de wan kasa obe check na waje atum se onyame anim ne krini eye papa pa ampa 30 minutes after 4 ye boy dance Rockstars Adaroma Rockstars roofing and one of the sheet profile include snap lock and self lock abedwa so R25 IBR ADI IDT tile sheet and so on the abedwa so Rockstars so variety of colors and a thickness and so eguma hodo Rockstars roofing no and so Kyle say one air metal trusses ne roofing sheet ceiling joist and have a plaster boards I'll be team the juma sonko on it Rockstars phone kasa on 0544 338041 0544 338041 and 0243 690402 0243 690402 na watimi ne won edi eyenkita ho ama bibibia akokama edi ama ho ma mesam twa adwene nsi so se enioma bi guso a ekoso ewo eye school feeding secretariat wa emwa na eha adwene yipa yebekoso asre na ya appeal to ye maame eye Cecilia Dapa se ye maame caterers no ye nuama ye yerenom ye ma enananom ye ofa asem no ye mpese ye bedu sam pempenso na afede ho ye no ye ntimi nso ano biem kura ye sraban na yasre aban mu mpanyimfo mo responsible to ensure say ye nuama no won sika ibetua mo no entua mo because 68 working days aban ka so betua 12 working days dia emo rem kakra ana ehadwe na enhyen kura if say say ko ban sa pe na che say the problem kese pa ana eba enti ye besre we ye aduane ho nkomo ana ye di enuane ye de ma ya de hye e wo suku ye ma e wo suku enti ye nya opepa nso amfa nye ho neoma na ebe wi achi no the good intent and the good cause no na eno so akoye asemfoforo kra e de amaye ye besre yen support ye caterers ye ntu omoka on time na oma nkototo eye neoma edufudi penti anase woni pene dodo nti anakatua emmenti no wona nkototo neoma bia saa keke na afi be wiechi na abeja ye ofa asenom ye nananom ne adehye no eja omo yade sonko kra Dominic na menka say Dominic weja Dominic Dominic kaswa honom no ana ensuo no barrier honom na ensuo ne to a esane ba anopai a very revealing statement from Sylvester Tete English among from mrashe bedwani no that ensuo ne to sa weja kaswa kwan na Dominic almost twe anwa ka be 30-40 no yeah clearly at the expense of Ghana. Some way, somehow, probably I'm beginning to believe the sector minister said, Sanyoma we been a reasican, but we are not solving the problem. Timas road minister, Namas highways for the urban was works and housing for. Say now that particular area. Sa eye atala honom no kusi eye kaswa tobu tonom no. Yeah, afede enso ne petika kra bia anwea ebesum kwan nim no. You know, untiasie anwea ka no yetimi sisa sa anwea no almost about 30 loads. Ebukra 30 loads. Biribia da ne akoye na nso ato ne asakote ne aboka na nso ubekom no a car yedi di say adwumade we no. So you see the main problem you see anokwa, and that's where some of us all the time yeka asemsi o Ghana. Yes, solving outright and it continues to be the major challenge. There be and so for whatever reason. And so because see a best solve problem nama at the intimate CBM there be that. Bribia dano. Knee jack pa ne akoye ade bechi na the same problem na ye face no ye disika koshim but a kasaba ne asako ne asa de disika koshim ne asa kasaba ne asa disika koshim, but clearly ye nim the solution to this problem. And I don't pay member of parliament in make kasa obidwem no obi fie prekope efie ni nyina mu ni nyina esi bia eyese gata kese party bi fa na nso ntimi nya wona eko esi ho. And that's how we've been living in this country. Lawless, but a person mraya juma. Careless, but a person of mind care about us. We are ruthless towards Ghana. Our approach to Nyoma, a year of national importance and relevance. They be a tutune JJ say enya man yosem ane de beba soma. Na de buapayo ashim, near the sika ebe say na de ashim. Because how? If we are solving the problems of flooding in Ghana, particular reference to a year greater Accra, the approach by government after government after government after government, and fulfilling and encouraging at all. Because no makachi, ye wo busumi ni man ye wo ayeguswa insulting to the onim a year malam a year atala wager kaswa barrier. You can imagine. Ensure to achekra 10 minutes. Na track loads of a year. And nekra na ye bia hwe na reaction a bit fast na sa cars yabana yes sanwen. But for how long? If they tell you the expenditure that goes into some of these things, once or man ye ni mre say ye di kan keta se de proye kra be ye ni mre say how ba itu ase ye nkosisa ani no, because ye gusu sisa nyoma ani nkwa o man mu. We solve problems like we am fan chemi na ntwibini mo fan chemi enim ni nyina will say kama asienu tiempe na panya na ajesim. That's how we are solving our problems. Ye butu o man so priorities ye butu no ase. This is one country ye beye de here ansa na idea fata no. We do the opposite. Ye de fata ansa na ba be de here. That's Ghana. Ye be kwa koye de here ansa na fata no. Ye be kwa de fata ansa na ba de here. So we do the opposite of whatever. But surprisingly no, we have not changed with how we go about things. Surprisingly, all of us were expecting a certain change. Surprisingly, all of us. We are not getting there. We are also not equipping and empowering tough Ghanaians, thorough Ghanaians. Ghana for this year to hold the fort in terms of industry. By nyebi, say somebody is politically exposed. Inti aban weba, Kobna Santina, I was the Jume Kama or MPP, NDC Bape, Kobna Santia to form, because almost the end Dominic, into the Kobna Santia, be our Paku Dubiano, on the Guna Juma, Nasa Juma Kona, one side about Dominic, not Dominic Ashas. So, development in circles, the pretense that we are developing this country, that continuously is the problem. And no nama and neno. Dishonesty for every place in this country, untruthfulness, lack of patriotism, the love for your country. It's all what we are all looking for in a one today, how to milk Ghana. That's what all of us we are doing. It is not just about the politicians. From A to Z, everybody almost. We are now looking at baby a bit manum Ghana moja, baby a bit manum Ghana sika, baby a bit say that's all what we are doing now. It's worrying, it's getting out of hand. Mebruno so omane more money that's what. Mebruno so enya those opportunities are. Nipa mienu miensa and na bit ma come wabo se pese dabi. And mebruno so pick a certain lifestyle, copying wrongly, living to impress. Did they be not stressed that only pet beyond so? Now I also obi na yo ba one now yo. Because on mine na kasano, on mine ye live to say at the four, na ye pre-man for, na ye expenditure chain baby a koji bosie free body. On mine in ye. That's Ghana. The good thing is that achia, but emuyu, collectively, it's a responsibility. If consciously and deliberately, yeshas ye kase edu me no so, whichever corner we find ourselves in, be it a taxi driver, a shoemaker, a plumber, and all those, because that's why on mine, taxi driver kunya 8,000 when it came out. You know, all of us, from the president to the last, the vice president to the last person, Obiabe Haley, 8,000 as a taxi driver. So also your core responsibility is that ope nipa amo matina o shema ma odoma ko edioma ba. Adie bi ebeka o shema enya odia no. Ese odiko station and a police station and adiko nipa no. But unfortunately, I had to say there bibia ebi ensida, and that's the danger. And everybody is hailing. That's the danger. Everybody is hailing. And a child the standards I did Ghana echo to say. And your autopilot as a mo. Autopilot car so be better the bricaba betrina viagina. Qua ne econati free. Qua. You wake up every day. Matters that we discuss, matters that are raised. They say, Obi German South or say a DC Akoto grant in the a tutu. The grant now to Emakwan Enyi. Now, when we are in power, what we do, and when we are in opposition, what we do, directly opposite. The principle is what we are lacking. All of us, all of us. And if we don't lack principle, we be preach against family and friends. Obaya, oh no, what by your family and friends? He said, if any principle you lack here, that's the country that we are in. Very unfortunate. The principle that we all lack, the dishonesty that we continue to exhibit, we shouldn't even think say Ghana betimia ye without yankasa ya just say Ghana ye. Too much dishonesty. Remember the kai udi throw too much. You know what you have Yeba Hajin Suns and Semna Akwe. Now, you're a soft mouth, so what's the problem? Hey, I don't know. Nana Kufa don't retire soft mouth.
Asempa FM.
You know, some utterances people of a certain stature they make, and you are amazed how they go and think through and make such pronouncements. And that papa we are and the cookie can say basa.